Hello, family and friends. Good morning from here in Nigeria. It's midnight here. Uh, as you can see, it's dark because it's night. I have light here with my generator, but it's better than none. So I welcome you to this live broadcast, and wherever you are, I'm greeting you and wishing you the best and encouraging you to do the best for yourself as usual. Also join me to seek and spread knowledge, which is very important. I've been in my village here, Ibugumuchu, in Biafra land, which is my fatherland, Alan Nanko. So, and I have been going places. I've been meeting some people, elders, and I've been to Amaeshi too. I have some videos I recorded with my phone, which I will share with us later, because it's very important. The more I go places, the more I seek knowledge, the more I speak with our elders, or people that I think supposed to know better. I found out that truly Africans who are gods and goddesses are still in thick darkness. Thick darkness. You remember that place in the Bible where they say that God was in the thick darkness? That's Exodus chapter 20, verse 21. I think I'm still correct. So if you read there, he said that Moses approached the thick darkness where God was in. Africans are gods and goddesses, which the history itself has proven. But the problem is this: the Africans are still in thick darkness of ignorance, thick darkness of fear, but mainly that of ignorance, because when knowledge comes, fear will die. But fear comes to keep you ignorant. And that's why Africans, though gods and goddesses, remain in that thick darkness, where they're supposed to be the light of the world, where they're supposed to be spreading light to the world, but they remain dark, in thick darkness. When I listen to our people, I found out the lack of electricity, the lack of steady power supply, the lack of high-speed internet connection. We keep them remain in that darkness. And the thing that makes it seem to be impossible for them to come out of that darkness is religion. Because religion has been forced on us to believe what our slave master said about us, about our ancestors. They believe that our ancestors were running around naked and know nothing. So every good thing were invented by white men. So they keep asking me, what are you preaching now? Okay, what are you believing now? Okay, what do you want us to follow now? I say, no, I am not a preacher. I'm not calling you to join me or to follow me, but for you to think for yourself. Because our ancestors had it. It said, man, know yourself. You cannot know yourself without knowing your ancestors. You cannot be here without your ancestors. None of us fell down from heaven. No God in heaven created us. We are not creatures. We are humans. We were not created by any God. We were born naturally as humans by gods and goddesses, our parents. as I've been saying that a God, one God, or the God, whether you say it's almighty or mighty, cannot recreate, cannot create anything. It has to be God and goddess. So the idea of Almighty God is a lie. There is no such thing as Almighty God anywhere. And that's why the fool in Psalm 14:1 is far better than any believer. But the only problem with that fool was he was too afraid to say with his mouth what he said in his heart. Because if there is God, there will be no corruption in the world. If there is Almighty God who created and governs this world, there will be no corruption. And that's what the fool said in his heart when he saw corruption. He said, nobody does good. All of them corrupt. He said, there is no God. There is no Almighty God controlling this world. It is people that are taking power and suppressing others, as it happened to Africans. But many Africans love to have it that way because they can buy certain things. For example, I'm here, I'm from America, right? I have power. Since today, I have power. I have 2 generators generating power, doing my thing. Many people around here, there is no other place you see light, but right here where I am. I run gen, I buy fuel, I do that, but because I have the money. But how about other people? Why should I be having light and data in my own village, Ibubumuchu, while many thousands of them around me don't have it and they cannot? The government maybe give them a small light, maybe a few minutes is gone. And that light cannot carry, if you have like big television, it cannot carry it. The current is so low. Our people remain in thick darkness because of ignorance, because of fear. They remain in thick darkness and they think because they can buy certain things, because they can have certain things, they are no longer slaves. They are not in darkness. They are in that thick darkness thinking that white men brought them gospel. White men did not bring gospel to Africans. The gospel of Jesus Christ is actually gossip. That is actually evil that they used to keep Africans mentally slaved. So when you're talking about freedom, you cannot find freedom in religion. You cannot find freedom in Jesus Christ. You cannot find freedom in the Bible. You cannot find freedom in anything that white men brought to Africa from A to Z. You cannot. The only way you can find freedom as Africans is by educating yourself. When you begin to educate yourself, you will stop believing the bullshit in the Bible. You stop believing the bullshit in the Quran. You stop believing the bullshit in any religious book. You stop believing them because those books were written against you Africans. Those books never speak well of you. This book can never speak well of you. Those books were designed to keep you ignorant, to keep you afraid. But you alone can educate yourself and come out of that dungeon. I used to be religious. I used to be a Christian. I used to preach Jesus. I used to preach God because that's what I was indoctrinated in my family and in my religion from childhood with. Brainwashed as adult with. But I am happy that because of the knowledge of the truth, I have been set free, and now I am educating myself to know better, to know that the slave master can never train the slaves to be free. What makes you think that your slave master will train you to be free? Who will serve him? The slave master can never train you to be his equal. The slave master can never train you to be above him. The slave master will always train you to be beneath him. A woman sent his 2 children early morning yesterday to come to me saying, "Oh, we having graduation, you are invited." And you know my reaction to that, because all those schools, they are doing more harm to us than our people believe they are doing good to us. I said, "Go tell your mother I don't do graduation." I don't go such thing. I'm not going. No. Is it because I'm from America? No, I don't go there. So why do I say that? My daughter is schooling in America, of course. Yeah. But what are they teaching us in those schools? I share it with my brethren here. I said, everything they are teaching us in school, they are all lies. So that's the need for us to educate ourselves. Of course, it's good for you to get education as we have it today, but you have to go beyond that, because that education was designed to keep you low, to see that everything from the West is what matters to life, or what matters to you, or what is important to you. But anything from Africa, no, you don't need that. Everything from Africa has to have white touch before it can have any meaning. And that's why you see black people asking God to wash them whiter than snow, just to make them white. Because the God in heaven is white. Jesus is white. Angels in heaven, they are white. So many black believe it is white. They need to be like God, to be like Jesus. Then the confusion comes in. They say, "No, Jesus is black. Jesus will be." The truth is that Jesus never existed. So our people are in thick darkness, and the only thing that will bring them out is the knowledge of the truth, knowledge of the light. We are the light of the world. Africans are the light of the world. And the earlier we begin to wake up to that fact, the better for us. Or we remain stinking in the globe, in the world, where the whole world are being fed from Africa, while Africans are starving. Africa is not a poor continent. Africa today is a defeated continent, though they are the light of the world. So Africans have to wake up to know who they are. To know who they are. If you don't know who you are, you will not know where you are going or what you will become. You can know who you are by knowing who your ancestors were. Our people are in thick darkness, and this is not a joke. The woke nation must stand up and continue declaring it until the truth prevails. We can never recover our heritage without force restore our power. One of the people I met said that, our forefathers established this. You cannot be changed like that. I said, why not? The problem Africans had and still have is inability to develop what they inherited or what they have. They wanted to remain, in that position or in that place for life. But I use like a constitution, like American Constitution, for example. They wrote that constitution and they keep amending it. So if our ancestors, not our ancestors as per se, our originality, but the forefathers we knew as in the present day Africans, they say they established certain deities or certain gods or certain idols or certain whatever, or they call it ours. I said, then we have to change it. In fact, I was really upset 2 days ago when I was talking about that stuff called Arusi. Because I said, why, if you refuse to feed that Arusi, the Arusi will kill you. I say any god or any religion that requires somebody's death or human blood is evil. Just the same way he said that, the Bible God will kill people, or maybe he will throw people into hellfire. That's evil. So, but our people keep saying as if there's no solution in sight. It has to be like that. I say, no. Our ancestors were gods and goddesses, and we are gods and goddesses. We are one with our ancestors. So if they did something that is not working for us today, we have the same ability they had to change it. I don't say to destroy it. We can amend it to use it to serve us better. I use also masquerade as example, like in my village or in my town, Umuchu. Many believers or many Christians or many born-again Christians per se, they hate that masquerade. But personally, I perceive that masquerade was used as traditional police, to go for collection of fines and all that, or to maintain peace in the gathering. Right? So, I said, but there are things that make people fear masquerade. Things like, the masquerade can charm you, do evil to you, or flog you. I said, then such thing can be removed. Who can do that? We, the people. You don't need any God, any imaginary God to do that. You don't need any invisible God to do that. You don't need to pray to do that. It is common sense. Stop flogging people that are going on their way. If you are doing your masquerade, do your masquerade. Stop using your power against your own brothers and sisters. Use it to help them. I think some town in Igbo land now has made it masquerade. They have a square where they stay and flog each other. Not going about flogging people in the street, flogging people that are going about their business. Everything we have, whether you call it culture, tradition, or religion, should serve for our own good purpose. Not just festival, not just something you celebrate one day. No, it's supposed to be serving for our own good. I keep asking them that, all the elders I met. You say you are feeding that ROC or that. What is that ROC doing for our people daily? What is it doing for our people? I will share that video later, maybe in Nigeria here, or when I go back to America, I will share that video. And although it's in Igbo language, because my brothers and sisters will help me, because I keep asking them questions, and I keep saying things, challenging them. When I challenge them with questions, they say I am asking childish questions. I say, of course. That's why, because I need an answer. So they try to shy away or walk away out of it, but I will never give up. I keep asking questions because I need to know. I need to get answer to those questions, so I will know what to say and what to do about our people. Our people don't need us to make money in America, in Europe, in Asia, and come and build road and give them life. That is the duty of those politicians in Nigeria or in Africa. They are the ones that are supposed to be building roads, giving light, giving power and data to people. What is the essence of voting them in? What is the essence of giving them power? So for them to enrich themselves? For them to travel all over the world? For them to ride freely while you are suffering? No, you gotta stop. So Africans, although they are gods and goddesses, are still in thick darkness. They have to come out. And that is why people like me will never give up speaking the light until they see it and come out of darkness. Religion is darkness. Politics is darkness. All the things that white men brought to Africa is darkness. It makes them stay in thick darkness, as if there is no light. As if there's no way out of it. There is a way out of it. The knowledge of the truth will set our people free if we keep spreading it. The problem is Illuminati. People hoarding knowledge. They think knowledge should be, how do I say it? Knowledge maybe should be attained to, like, it's not something that you can just give out like that. People have to ask you for it before you give it out. No. Because religion is not waiting for people to ask them for anything. They invade people. They go for crusades. They go for evangelism. They go for meetings. They call people to prayer. They call people to worship. They call people because they know that's the only way you will keep making people to think about what you are saying or about what you want them to know. So our people need to wake up. And that's why you that is awakened now supposed to be waking people up by all means. Don't paint it for it to look good to them. Be raw about it because it's a thick darkness. Little light cannot lighten that darkness. It takes heavy light to drive away that thick darkness out of the mind of our people, to drive that thick darkness out of the land of our people. It is time Africans wake up and know who we are and begin to free ourselves from slavery. Religion is slavery. Democracy is slavery. Everything that white men brought to Africa is slavery. And it is time we, the people, end it. We, the Africans, we have to end it. Or we continue thinking. As I said, our people need to know the truth. You need to see how they look at me. They believe I'm in a cult. I say, I don't care what they believe. I used to be like them. I know what they are thinking. And I show them that I don't really care about all that because I am not seeking for followership. I'm not seeking for members. I'm not seeking for fame. I'm not seeking for their money. I'm just trying to wake them up. And it is done free of charge. So I know they cannot touch me. I know that. Because I am with the truth. I have not robbed any of them. I have not demanded they spend their time with me or they give me their time or their money. I have not done that, and I will not do that. All I'm asking them to do is to wake up verbally and also by my action. I dress with the traditional Igbo hat. I went through our market, I want them to see me. I play traditional song, music in my car for them to hear it. Of course, they know. He used to be a pastor. He used to be a man of God. I want them to see I am no more. I am not pretending. I'm not hiding it. That's why when I laugh when people tell me, practice what you preach. I say, you don't know what I preach. If you know what I preach, you know I have practiced it, and I can practice it, and I am practicing it. So telling me practice what you preach, it means you are ignorant of what I am preaching or who I am. Our people are in thick darkness and are coming out. And I thank all of you that are in abroad or in Nigeria spreading that knowledge, because indeed our people need it. When you speak the knowledge, they think you are crazy. They think you are occultist. They think you are evil. So they don't come around you. They come. They still coming. I am sowing seed, and the truth shall prevail if you and I continue declaring it with all boldness freely. Thank you for sharing, and thank you for being there. Peace.